Three. Okay, boxing fans, we're going to do a quick discussion on Mayweather versus Maidana 2. Should be a half decent fight. It's not going to be a great fight because I don't really rate Maidana, and Mayweather is the best fighter in the world, I think, at least. And I think Maidana done his best that he possibly could last time, and I think we won't see the same Maidana this time, but we'll get into it. Paul, did you see the Showtime All Access things that have been going on lately?
No, mate. I didn't bother watching them this time because they're all the same, quite frankly. I've watched all the Mayweather ones before this, whether it's 24/7 when he was on HBO or All Access, now he's on Showtime. It's just same old shit, basically. Hard work, dedication. Watch me fly all around the world on my big expensive plane. Watch all my fit women who I employ to come in my gym and hang around with me. Watch me buy a big expensive car, blah, blah, blah. Same shit with Mayweather, mate. I don't need to see it.
Yeah, it was pretty shit. It was really shit. It was just how of Mayweather trying to make a dick out of himself, really. And the other thing you saw was Hazim Rahman Jr., I think it was, getting the shit kicked out of it by some British amateur. It was so funny. And then, then he had to get his older brother to try to get revenge for him. And it took him like 20 minutes to get the better of a guy who already had been sparring and doing stuff in the gym. Anyway, so it was just the shittest thing I've seen. But Mayweather, he looked like a dick out there. You probably saw about 5 minutes of Mayweather training in the whole half-hour thing. Yeah. Bit shit, really. Bit shit.
It's just the same old. It's the same old stuff every time, mate. Just Mayweather trying to fucking sit in front of the camera. Did he do that? Was he sitting in front of the camera giving like a one-on-one interview, talking about his life?
Yeah.
Talking about his life and how hard everything was growing up for him. And how he's earned everything, and how he works fucking so hard. He works harder than anyone else in the world. Fucking
no, he says he works so hard, doing all this, Danny. But you don't see much of him doing no work. You just see him fucking around, and everyone else doing all the hard work.
Yeah, we can fucking board off that sort, mate. I'm fed up of it now. It's every single fight build up. It's the same, whether it's with Hatton, whether it was with Canelo, whether it was with Guerrero, or whether it's now with Maidana. Same shit, different week.
Yeah, have you been I've not been posting as much of the boxing news on my Twitter this week because it's just diluted with Floyd Mayweather, just constantly contradicting himself. You know what else? One of the things he said this week, he was like, he fought on purpose. He fought like he did on purpose in the first fight. Do you believe that?
Oh, if you really do believe that, then there's no helping you. If you really believe that, then I'm gonna have to diagnose you with Floyd Mayweather's arthritis.
Yeah, well, he goes on to contradict himself later anyway, because the thing he said later on was, this is one of the things I read on Boxing Scene was Mayweather says the fight wasn't close. The fight wasn't close. So why did you say you fought like you did on purpose then? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the first fight.
Oh, it wasn't close. It was one-sided. Why are you fighting him again? What's the need?
Yeah. Why fight again? What's the point?
Why are you not fighting fucking Canelo again? That was one-sided. Why don't you just go fight him again?
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, at least he's not fighting Robert Guerrero again. We can agree on that. That was a bad fight.
Yeah, Mayweather fights are always the same. It's just a big circus. Everyone talks about how Mayweather's going to win easily. There's going to be some people who hope that he gets knocked out when they know deep down it's not going to happen. He's going to get in front of the camera on All Access or whatever and just chat a load of wham. To put it lightly.
Here's a question I've got a great question actually for you, Paul. What do you like in a boxing match?
What do I like personally?
Yeah.
It's perfectly honest. I can appreciate different types of styles. I like a blood and guts fight as much as the next person.
Yeah.
Everyone likes that, but I can also appreciate skillful boxers, seeing a fighter pick his opponent apart, landing crisp, accurate shots, not thinking about what he's doing. I can enjoy that as well. The only thing I don't really like is fights when they just move around a lot. Perfectly honest. And Mayweather does tend to do that a lot. Sometimes he doesn't. Like, there's one or two fights where he didn't do it in the last fight so much. And I know he chats a load of rubbish about, I chose to fight like that. I chose to entertain the fans. Yeah, okay. It's got nothing to do with the fact that you're in your late 30s and your legs are slowing down. No, you chose to do that. No, but yeah. Mayweather, I'm not going to say I'm always bored by Mayweather, because there have been some fights of his that I've enjoyed, but it's a bit of a rarity, to be perfectly honest. I don't enjoy the vast majority of them. There's one or two I could pick out, but overall, Mayweather's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
In terms of watching it fight.
Personally, right, I like a lot of different types of boxing matches, but one of the things I don't like are mismatches. I hate it when there's just got one guy who's, 1,000 times better than the other guy.
You're watching the wrong sport then, mate.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. That's so true, unfortunately, yeah. But unless some motherfucker's getting knocked out, you know what I mean? If a motherfucker's getting knocked out, then I'm all there to see it, and I don't mind watching those type of fights because someone's gonna get killed in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not embarrassed to say I'm a lot more bloodthirsty. I'm into that side of the things,
Especially with drink.
Yeah, with the alcohol too and stuff. People say to me sometimes, well, why don't you go watch a fight in a bar? Sometimes I go, because the bouncers kick them out. You know what I mean? And,
Exactly,
I'll tell you,
yeah.
and it's like, I wouldn't say I wouldn't. If I got offered, free tickets to, a BKB fight, I'll go to that. If I went to a bare knuckle boxing fight, I'll go to that. Different things like that. There's a lot of different things I'd like. A lot of things, different things I don't like. And I can still appreciate different things, but one of the things I don't like about Mayweather is when he's fighting a guy who is, he's 100 to 1 to win, okay? I don't like that.
This time round?
No. I'm just,
hypothetically you're speaking, yeah.
Hypothetically. Say he's fighting a guy who's 100 to 1, you know what I mean? He's odds-on favourite to win, and then the motherfucker still getting knocked out. I ain't got as much time for that, especially at 5 in the morning. You know what I mean? 5 in the morning, I don't really have the time for that. Especially if I've got work in the morning, that's even worse. On a Sunday, that's even worse.
Oh, a nightmare.
That is a nightmare. So what do you reckon about Maidana in the first fight? He done a lot better than, especially than I expected.
Yeah.
I said he'd get knocked out.
Yeah, I remember. I'm not going to be called a hypocrite. First fight, we laughed at the idea of that fight. We said it was an absolute joke. Maidana didn't have a cat's chance in hell. That he was probably even going to get knocked out.
Yeah.
We remember saying that. And Mayo doesn't really knock anyone out these days, but we were all saying the fight was that one-sided. It was that much of a stylistic mismatch that it would just be a walk in the park. And when the fight actually happened, when we stayed up at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning to watch it, it was anything but. It was a really competitive fight. I remember you absolutely bottling it. The idea that Maidana, because we fought for a few rounds, that Maidana was actually going to win. Because I think he was.
I made the bet, didn't I?
I think at one point in the fight, Maidana, was he ahead at any point?
Clearly he was ahead, yeah.
I think
he was well ahead after the first 4 or 5, yeah. It was maybe 4 points up.
Yeah. I remember watching it and thinking, is this really happening? Is the guy who we all thought was just going to get absolutely annihilated, is he actually winning? Is he actually going to beat Floyd Mayweather?
Oh, I'm telling you, that made me neck some of that vodka, I'm telling you that.
And unfortunately, when it got to when the decisions came in, they were more one-sided than they should have been. I personally scored the first fight a draw. I scored it a straight draw, 6 rounds each. I thought Maidana had his moments. Mayweather had his moments as well, especially towards the end. I thought a draw was the first result. I definitely don't believe Mayweather won, 8 or 9 rounds that they gave him on the cards.
Yeah.
That's a joke, to be honest. No, he didn't. And I also don't believe all this stupid stuff about, he just had a bad day at the office. He just underestimated Maidana. Mayweather will be a million times better next time. Maybe he will, but the fact is, he should have been at his best the first time.
Yeah.
I don't care. He's a professional at the end of the day. I don't care how much everyone's telling him he's going to win easily. People like us telling him that the fight's a joke and it's not even going to be competitive. At the end of the day, on the money he's on, he should take every fight 100% seriously, and he should perform to his best every single time.
Well, I think he did have a bad day at the office. I think he did underestimate Maidana, because at the end of the day, it shouldn't have been a good fight. It should have been a match. But
what I'm saying is, if that was the case, then shame on him. Mm-hmm. I'm not letting him off with that. I'm not just going to say, well, he'll come back better next time. Never mind.
Well, yeah, he will come back better this time because
he will. But I'm not just gonna let him off with it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? As a fan.
What do you reckon about that?
We're gonna get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that now.
The guy who hands out steroids. The guy who Mayweather said hands out steroids to people.
That's the one.
The guy who he's now got on the payroll.
The guy who's on the payroll. This is the how to make yourself look like a hypocrite, isn't it? Just listen to Mayweather talk. Good God.
Oh. Mayweather should get hypocrite tattooed on his arse.
I think so, yeah.
Whether Alex Reeves is actually doing anything, whether he's actually like involved in the camp or whatever.
It's only allegedly that he has.
Yeah. Whether he's actually doing anything for Mayweather in the gym, or whether Floyd's just hired him to get under Maidana's skin, and he's probably just sat at home getting a paycheck for doing nothing really.
It's brilliant.
It's a brilliant idea, but if he really has got Alex Reeves, working on his strength and conditioning, then what a dick.
What a dick indeed. So, are you going to expect anything different from Maidana in this fight, or do you reckon it's just going to be same old Maidana?
No, never expect anything different from Maidana. Maidana's Maidana at the end of the day. Exactly what it says on the tin. He's just a South American brawler, and there's a lot of them. Matise's the same. Martinez was, to an extent. They're just the guys who like having a fight, they're fiery, they come forward, they like to let their hands go, they like hurting opponents, don't really think about what they're doing. And that's all Maidana's really going to do. That's all he's ever done. He's just going to walk forwards, throw big bombs, and hope to bludgeon you into submission. He's not going to pick it apart. He's not going to pick his shots. He's not going to, take a round off to get his bearings back. He's just going to run at you and try and grind you down. And that's all he did last time, and it's all he'll do again this time.
Yeah, I think so. The only difference is I think Maidana's actually going to come out now and he's working harder on his strength and conditioning. He's trying to get into...
maybe he'll have better fitness, yeah.
Yeah, the fitness aspect. He's got one of those... I've seen him on the show, running up and down, doing sprints in one of those weighted jackets that I've got. And he's going to be... I tell you, if he does that a few times, he'll be fit. You know what I mean? He'll be...
He can go... Yeah, he looked very, very... He was in the fight for about 8 or 9 rounds last time, and I think what lost him the fight was Mayweather kind of took the last few because Maidana gassed out a little bit. If he can get his fitness up, then he'll definitely have a better chance of pulling it out this time.
Yeah, that's probably... I suppose so. I don't expect him to do it, mind you. You know, one of the things that made me laugh, have you seen that... I shouldn't say laugh, really, because it's really sad. Maidana's ex is now suing him. No, he's not. Mayweather's ex is now suing him. For all types of shit, including whooping her ass. Yeah, pointing a gun at her, getting rid of the kids and all sort of, bad shit. Do you reckon that's true or do you reckon that's false?
I'm not a detective at the end of the day. If it is true, then Mayweather's an absolute scum of the earth person. If it's not true, then she's an absolute scum of the earth person making it up.
Yeah. It's one of the worst things that, she should have probably brought this out a bit earlier, maybe.
Yeah, that's what arouses suspicion. The fact that she's bringing it out now on the evening of the fight.
Yeah, that's right. That's why I think it might not be true now. And if that's the case, what a dick she is. What an absolute dick she is. If it's true, what an absolute dick he is. But, we don't know, do we, at the end of the day. But, like I said about the legal system, all over the world today, it's not about if you've done it. It's about if you can prove you've not done it. Yeah. And it just sounds like something Mayweather would do, doesn't it? Because he's got previous for all this shit.
He's not a good boy, is he? He's not
a good boy.
he's not been very well behaved in the past, has he? And I think she's brought this out to mess with his head a little bit before the fight, but I don't think it will. I think Mayweather's... One thing you can't say about him is that he gets flustered. He doesn't get flustered at all. He always stays calm. He doesn't let personal feelings affect his performance. Because remember Robert Guerrero's dad was mouthing off about him, saying, he's a woman beater, and he's this and he's that. And Mayweather didn't really rise to that golden, did he?
Do you know something? I don't think he cares, that's the point. I don't think he really cares, personally.
So he's just shameless?
To a degree, I think, yeah. He's like, so what? I've got all this money, so what?
Maybe, but The point is,
because, you know,
the point is, I don't think that it will affect Mayweather's performance in the slightest.
like, he came out, didn't he, today or yesterday, and was like sort of defending that Ray Rice who knocked his woman out in the
The NFL play.
It's not even funny, is it? He knocked her out in the elevator, dragged her out by her hair.
And Mayweather stuck up for it.
For him.
For him. Oh well, wife beaters have got each other's back.
Yeah. I mean,
homies stick together.
Do you know what I actually feel sorry for? I feel sorry for his PR company because, Jesus, they must be... Because their job is damage limitations, isn't it? But what they do is it's them turning up at, like, say, an earthquake.
Clean up a mess.
Earthquake zone with a dustpan and brush. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he says something to a reporter, I can just imagine her on the other side of the room going, "No!" like that, trying to run over, because I think his main PR person's a woman. I can just imagine her going, "No!" like that. The worst question that someone should ask him is, what do you think about orphans in Africa with AIDS, Floyd? Or I bet she'd be like, all of a sudden their heart will explode in her. Like,
what have they done for me? What have they done for me?
What have they done for me?
What do you think about what's going on in City? What do you think about what's going on in Syria, Floyd? What have they done for me? I don't care. What have they done for me?
What do you think about the ISIS crisis, mate? You gonna buy the pay-per-view?
What do you think about those poor guys getting their heads chopped off? Oh, never mind. If they'd have had money like me, it would have happened.
Yeah,
nobody. If you've got money, then you're great. Money Mayweather, hard work, dedication, and all.
What do you think about ISIS? Hard work, dedication. Oh no, you just be like, see, he says some things like this, and that's why I think he must be shameless, because when me and you in the real world, because he's not really in the real world, really, is he? Because he's so far detached from the real world. If we say something stupid, say at work, or say something, to someone in the street, or to like your mum, or it's to anyone, right? Afterwards, you think, why the fuck did I say that? Oh, I don't get that from him. Do you know what I mean?
No. Because there's no consequences for him, really.
No.
Unfortunately, there should be consequences for him when if he does smack his woman around. Can't say for definite that he does, but if he does, and when he says these stupid things like, "Oh, Ray Rice is a good guy," even I don't care that he beat up his wife. He's done nothing wrong. Someone should hold him to account for it. But unfortunately, that just doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't. That's Mayweather for you. I mean, that's why he's like, in theory, he's part of the elite now, isn't he? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's so detached from reality. It's just not true.
Before we get hated on, we're having a pop at Mayweather because he makes it so easy for people like us to have a pop at him. With the stuff he says.
I'm just discussing what's going on.
Oh, what I mean when I say having a pop, I mean fucking talking about him in this way, sort of thing, not licking his ass, basically.
Exactly.
He says so many stupid things. He leaves himself so open to criticism that at the end of the day, if he doesn't expect people like us, boxing fans, to fucking hate on him a little bit, or to at least criticise some of the stuff he says, then fucking hell.
What do you expect? It's not just people like Mayweather that we do it to. I mean, when Pacquiao was talking about how he basically said, I'm paraphrasing, but when he was asked about gay people and shit like that, he quoted the Bible verse that basically said, paraphrasing, all gays should be stoned to death. Correct?
Yep.
That's correct. Right. And when he was talking about contraception, he said he was totally against contraception. And, just put into perspective, we're talking about a country that's a third world country where,
it's got AIDS and HIV.
AIDS, all sexual transmitted diseases are on the increase. And he's saying, no, we're against contraception. No, you're not, dickhead, because that's one of the things you probably need right now. You know what I mean? And he's not. We diss him for it and shit. And who else was the one that we recently dissed? Tyson Fury. I mean, when he was going off, he's just been fined by the British Boxing Board of Control for, what's he been fined for? Swearing.
Swearing.
At the press conference for De Chisora, and someone said, one of his defenders was like, well, why is the flaming women and kids at the press conference anyway? You know what I mean? That's dickhead voice, by the way, but and I'm thinking, because it's a free press conference, anyone can go. It's open to the public. You know what I mean? Anyone can go.
Yeah.
Stupid. And he goes, everyone's pussies. Oh, shut up. You know what I mean? What it is.
Yeah.
So he brings it upon himself, because he gets hate as well. And then he hides behind, personal shit that goes wrong in him, in his family and stuff. Like, people were trying to go, oh, you shouldn't be hating on Tyson Fury because his missus has just had a miscarriage. Well, when we were hating on him because, I won't say hating on him, but tell the truth, he pulled out of the Ustinov fight. Now, he didn't pull out because his missus had a miscarriage. That happened afterwards. What I'm saying about him pulling out of the Ustinov fight doesn't have any impact on him as a person when it comes to his missus, does it? No. It's got nothing to do with that. I'm talking about something that he's done directly in the ring, or as in not getting in the ring. You know what I mean? So, when people pop people for their personal shit coming up onto a fight, they're doing it because they bring it upon themselves. Mayweather, in this case, is bringing it upon himself by having a past where he's, allegedly, and sometimes proved, beat the fuck out of women. So, what else can you say? What do you reckon about Maidana now, Paul? Where do you reckon he should go should he win this fight?
If Maidana wins, he should just retire. Absolutely just retire. Because what better achievement is there in boxing than being the guy to take Floyd Mayweather's zero? There isn't one, in my opinion. At this point, beating Floyd Mayweather, being the first person to beat Floyd Mayweather, is better than winning any world title. It's better than unifying any division. It's better than, probably even better than making loads of money on pay-per-view. He will be secured forever in boxing history if he beats Floyd Mayweather.
So legacy would be set, yeah. But if legacy set. Say Maidana wins. Just say it's a fluke knockout and he wins, okay?
Yeah.
Fluke knockout wins. He closed his eyes when he threw the punch, landed, and it was a lucky punch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just pretend that for a minute, okay? Are you telling me he should retire even if Mayweather offers him a 50-50 split of a rematch?
I don't think. This is just my personal opinion. I don't think, if Maidana wins, I don't even think there will be a third fight. I think Floyd Mayweather's career is over if he loses, even if it's only by a fluke knockout. Because Mayweather's entire brand, his entire, how he makes money, it's all based around the fact that he's undefeated and that he seemingly can't be beat. If Mayweather is beaten in any circumstance, in any way, shape or form, whether he's disqualified for some stupid reason, whether he gets knocked out by a fluke punch, whether he just retires injured, that for me, that's just just everything. All how he makes money, how he gets his name in the headlines. I think Mayweather would honestly become near enough irrelevant if he lost. I might, as crazy as that sounds, I really believe that, because everything is based on his zero. And if he does lose to Maidana, I can't see the point of Maidana fighting him again, apart from maybe if he's offered a load of money. Yeah. If I was Maidana, I'd just say, you know what, I've beaten you now. I don't have anything to prove. I can just retire happy now. How much money does he really need? He surely made a ton of money off these two fights.
Yeah, I suppose he's made some good money. Well, he's Argentinian, isn't he? So their economy is not that good anyway. So he's going to be comfortable no matter what from now on, isn't he? So
yeah.
If it was me and I was Maidana and I somehow won a fluke win, I'd just do a bidding war between Floyd and Pacquiao. I'd just say, which one of you is going to give me more money to fight? I mean, because if he beat Floyd, he's got a shot. I've beaten Pacquiao a shot, even if it's not a good one. It's a shot, isn't it? So.
Yeah, but personally, I'll go back to what I said. What would be the point in fighting Pacquiao after he's beaten Floyd? What would be the point in fighting anyone? Because no win there's nobody he could beat in the sport that would be as big a win or anywhere near as big a win, in my opinion, as it was when he beat Floyd. Well,
no, if you beat both Floyd and Pacquiao, that's quite good, though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You'll be elevated to another status then.
It's a feather in the cap, yeah. But is beating people are going to say though, oh, Pacquiao is finished anyway at this point,
True.
because everyone's saying it. If Mayweather Pacquiao happened now, it wouldn't even be half of what it was a few years ago. To be perfectly honest, it would just be something to have on paper that you beat Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. He didn't beat Pacquiao in his prime, and whether you want to say Mayweather's still in his prime, it's up to you.
No.
But my opinion is, if he does beat Mayweather, I think he should just retire off the back of that and just be forever known as the guy who beat Floyd Mayweather and took his undefeated record.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What about where doesn't Floyd go? Should he beat Maidana? Which he should do. 2 fights left.
He's running out of opponents, isn't he? Khan's surely got to be one of them.
Yeah.
Whether he does fight Khan, I don't know, because he should have fought Khan. He should have fought Khan last May. He did that stupid poll on his website where people could vote for Khan or Maidana. Khan won the poll. He should have fought Khan. In that case, he hasn't for whatever reason. Will he fight Khan after this fight? I hope he does, because it would be an interesting fight. But apart from Khan, I can't picture anyone who he can fight. He's not. I'm going to make this clear. He's not going to fight Kell Brook. Any Kell Brook fanboys, you've got that in the red. Forget that. Eddie Hearn is chatting absolute rubbish. Floyd Mayweather is not going to come to Wembley to fight Kell Brook. He's probably not going to ask Kell Brook to go over to America to fight him. He's not going to fight Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman's not a big enough name and doesn't have a title.
Yeah.
He's not going to fight Sean Porter. Sean Porter's just lost.
Yeah.
If he fights Pacquiao, so what?
He's not fighting Demetrius Andrade because he's just moved up.
He's not going to fight Andrade. He's just moved up. He's not going to fight Golovkin because Golovkin probably wouldn't move down, and he wouldn't fight Golovkin even if he was willing to move down. He's not going to fight. Who was the guy I had in my head? Cotto. Maybe we'll get.
I don't know. Maybe Cotto.
Maybe we'll get a Cotto. Maybe we'll get a Cotto rematch.
Yeah.
Does anyone be interested in a Cotto rematch?
No.
Maybe because.
You know something? I'll tell you why that might be a good idea for Floyd, because I guarantee his dick pullers will say, "Well, Cotto's the lineal middleweight champion." And Floyd just beat the lineal middleweight champion in the rematch. So really, Floyd is the lineal middleweight champion. Guarantee it. Guarantee it.
Flow-mos are going to overdrive.
How much we hate this shit in boxing, just shit like that in boxing. You know that is going to be, that's the future right there. Like garlic bread.
Yeah. My personal opinion, I pray to God that doesn't happen, because the flow will just be unbearable. My personal opinion is, he'll fight Khan next, and after he's finished with Khan, should he beat Khan, he'll probably have to fight with Pacquiao and finish on the fight with Pacquiao, even though the Pacquiao fight is near enough irrelevant now. So I'd still watch it. I think everyone would still watch it, but you'd watch it and think, you know what, this would have been so good 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah. No Danny Garcia?
No, I don't think so.
What's the point in keeping him undefeated?
What's the point in keeping Dan Garcia undefeated?
Yeah, because he's been helped out on the cards a few times now.
I don't know. Maybe Golden Boy want to try and build him into some, Puerto Rican American draw or something like that, because he's apart from what's his face, who's the guy, Cotto. He's probably the biggest name Puerto Rican fighter there at the minute. Cotto's not going to be around forever. He's going to retire in the next year or so. Maybe Golden Boy have got plans for Garcia, but no, I don't see Garcia moving up, to be perfectly honest. I think he's going to hang around 140 for a while, get a fight with Peterson, and by the time he does move up to 147, Mayweather will probably be on his way out. I don't want to see a fight with Garcia either, to be honest, because I think it would just be absolutely rubbish.
I agree. It would be rubbish, yeah. Mayweather said he's definitely retiring in September 2015, so he's basically got 2 fights left after this, and who are they going to be? I personally think it's going to be a mix of either Danny Garcia and Khan, or one of those two, Danny Garcia or Khan and Cotto. Either or of what the first two and Cotto. So I'm not sure exactly who it would be, but
I think it'll be options. I think it'll be Khan and Pacquiao. To be honest.
I strongly don't think it'll be Pacquiao. Do you want to just give us your prediction for the end, Paul? What do you think this fight will be?
I think it'll be the same as last time. To be perfectly honest, mate. I ripped Maidana off once before. Said he'd have absolutely no chance. Said it would be as one-sided a fight as you'll ever see, and I was absolutely wrong. I'm going to give Maidana his due. I can see him pushing Mayweather really close again. But at the end of the day, he's probably going to run out of gas at some point. Mayweather's just going to get on his bike like he always does and just, box his way to an easy win. Yeah. Or he'll claim it was easy when it will look anything but. But I could see Mayweather winning a unanimous decision, and the cards being, I don't know, maybe 8 rounds to 4, something like that. It'll be a good fight again. It'll be closer than it should be because on paper it shouldn't be close in the slightest. But I could see Mayweather winning again, and Maidana putting up a good performance again, but not enough to win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, personally, I'm going to say that this is going to be a whitewash for Floyd Mayweather. I think he's going to do to Maidana what he did to Guerrero. He'll fight on the move pretty much and just outbox him throughout. And I'm going to get the vodka out for this one. I don't think it's going to be one for me personally, but
He's made that prediction before and it blew up now. He made that prediction once before and didn't that blow up in your face?
It did blow up my face, but I don't really believe in Maidana, and I'm sticking with that. I'm 100% throughout. I think this will be a one-sided win for Mayweather.
Are you willing to make that bet again?
No, I'm not willing to make that bet again. I'm not that confident. Wait till I've it. Well, basically what I'm doing is because Liverpool are playing, right, on the Saturday night at I think 5:30, 5 o'clock, I'm going to go straight from work to the pub to watch the second half. So I'm going to neck that, come back. When I say neck that, I mean neck that alcohol that's in the pub.
Not as in the hairy man who works behind the bar.
No, not that man. Not him at all. I'm going to drink that alcohol quick, come back, maybe eat something, and then get that vodka out, watch Quig, hopefully lose. And then at that point I'll have drank quite a bit, and then you can ask me if I'm going to take the bet, and I'll have had a lot of Dutch courage by then, so I might.
I'll hold you to that. I'll hold you to that. Come on, Marcos. You came so close last time. Do it this time.
Oh hell, I don't want Marcus
Maidana's arse.
I don't want Marcus Maidana's face on my arse. So anyway, I just gotta leave that here. Thanks to everyone listening, and tell us who you think's gonna win this fight, and tell me if you're gonna take the bet, and if Maidana wins, get that tattoo on your ass.